Well, guys, welcome to the TWFG Con Insurance Business Builders Podcast. Uh,
Thank you.
welcome, Joel and Janie. So happy to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
I'm going to start off with just a brief introductory questions before we get into it. So tell us who you are and what your company does.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Yeah,
start.
ladies first.
My name is Janie Maldonado. I'm the president and CEO of General Commercial Solutions. And we are a women and Latina-owned commercial contractor here in Houston, Texas. We focus on general contracting, obviously, as well as facilities maintenance, which is where our company started. So that's who we are. We've been in business for 10 years, and we're just getting started.
I love it. I love it. So, what type of projects do you guys specialize in?
You want me to kind of lead
Sure.
that? So we got our foot in the door with public education clients back in 2018. In the beginning, we were just working with other general contractors, mostly in the private sector. But we got our foot in the door and with HCC and the public work, and it really took off.
Mm,
So a lot of our clientele right now is higher education clients,
okay.
K through 12. Um, Municipalities like Fort Bend County, Mud Districts, City of Houston. And it has its little intricacies, but it's good because it's steady work.
Yeah.
And of course, we're still in the private area working with customers like Rooms to Go, which we've had a very, very long term relationship with them as well. And still kind of dipping into property management type clients like Westcor, Pro Lodges, Transwestern, etc. So dipping into a couple of different segments
Yeah.
and industries as far as like the types of clients go, but construction is always going to be a
The
necessary
bread and
thing.
butter.
So,
Right.
yeah, here we are.
So, what would you say the main problem that you solve is?
I think it's when you're hiring a construction company, is they usually have a set of plans and they have a couple of requirements, but
Hmm.
the vision versus the final product could be quite different. So what we wanted to solve is most construction companies they live off of change orders, so that's what they have. So if you didn't put it that you wanted this wall red, and you said it was white, but you changed your mind, well, now they're going to charge you twice or three times more
Mm,
because you're not going to hire another contractor or another company to change it to red just for that, right?
right.
You're going to continue with them. So if they charge you three times X, you're going to approve it and you're just going to move on. So what we're trying to solve is when they hire a construction company, we kind of provide as much information and as much guidance so we can avoid these change orders. So we can actually become more of a partner and, you know, m- and then can say, reference us in the future versus just trying to take advantage of that first job
I
and
love
then
it.
so on, right? So that's what we were trying to solve. We saw that because we've been in the industry for a long time, and our family members have been in construction,
Mm,
and it's always been the same, right? They just go in, they take the job, they do these change orders, and they move on to the next because that's what they do. So
yeah,
that's what we try to solve.
I love it. Now I'm going to do a quick rapid fire. And these are just
Okay.
general questions, right? Not business related. But who wakes up first?
Me,
Who takes the biggest business risks?
Me,
Uh, who negotiates the deal?
me,
yes,
Uh, who keeps everyone organized?
me,
And who handles customer complaints?
me.
I would say both, but
Well,
yes, it gets to a point where I'm like, Joel, I'm trying to sell, handle it.
yeah.
Got Good job, Joel. So I want to kind of deep dive into the grassroots of your company.
Mhm.
So where did the dream begin?
Began. We were both in corporate. Um, Definitely a very well-paid positions that we had. So, but at the end of the day, it wasn't ours, right? So you work for someone, and it is safe to be there because you know that every 2 weeks you get a nice paycheck
Right.
and life goes on, right? But when you think about the future, when you think about leaving a legacy, it was something that I wanted to start. I wanted to have a business. So I came to my wife and I said, "Hey, uh, we need to have a business. We need to build something. I'm not sure what it is, but you're gonna run it." So she kind of laughed about it, and that's how it all started. It was just a small idea. She was working in corporate as well, but she used to help her mom a lot with kind of more of cleaning services that they had. So I saw how well not only did she manage at work her time, but also being able to help with a lot of small business needs that her
love it.
mom require, right? So looking at that, I was like, hey, you
got
you
this.
got this.
Yeah.
So when we started the company, I had the freedom. This is prior COVID. Already had invented working from home. So the corporate company that I had didn't mind for me to work from home or wherever I was. So I took advantage to ensure that not only was I producing at corporate level, but I was actually working nights and the afternoons,
Whenever you had
kind of
time.
built this construction company, and we started as a subcontractor, doing painting and final cleans, and so it wasn't like we had a group of people that can just tackle the task. It was like, Joel, go ahead and
Find
start
some-
sweeping. So that's how it all started at the very beginning, and then as time progressed, we were fortunate to kind of make the company profitable enough to where we made a decision of, okay, now one of us needs to really put 100% of their time. And so was it you or me? And since she was going to run it, we decided it was her.
Okay.
And then she took up on that challenge. And I can tell you, she has done an amazing job. She's been running it for 9 years, because I think it was just the first year that I was able to kind of lead the company. And then 9 years after that, she's been the CEO. And this last year, she made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. And I'm full-time as well with
So
with
this
Janie.
is your first year full-time
Full-time
in the
yes,
business.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that's how it started. I don't know if you want
Way to go, Janie.
Well, I'm lucky to be able to have hired Joel, and then he accepted my offer, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I can't add a whole lot more to that other than I think it is definitely the best idea that Joel has ever had.
Yeah.
Other than choosing me.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to
Other
say,
than,
I was
other than
like, yeah.
choosing
Hold
me,
on.
he started
Yeah.
with that good idea, and it led to this one.
I'm sure that's not the last one he has either.
I'm sure it's not, and to he said a lot of things very clearly of what happened in the beginning, and every business owner knows the struggles that come with starting a business, learning that it's not easy,
Yeah.
trying to solve the problems that are coming with it and the fires that are coming with it, and actually succeeding, right? Because not everyone succeeds.
Correct.
But the fact that I am able to work alongside, I'm just going to call him a person right now because I know he's my husband, a person,
Yeah.
a candidate, a team member with the amount of knowledge that he has in the verticals and horizontals of running any type of operation has been the biggest blessing. The biggest blessing.
So what did he say to you to kind of move you out of your corporate position and pull you into running the business full time?
So he said exactly what he just said, which was, we're starting a business and you're going to run it. I don't know what it is yet. I laughed. I obviously laughed. I was like, you are crazy. I love my job. But the more he went and he did the whole thing, the bank account, the DBA, that I can't take credit for any of that.
Right.
And he made it almost seem real. We got our first contract, right? Which was like a $12,000 contract. And then we got another one,
In-house.
under that $15,000 range. And I'm like, wait a minute.
It's
Like, this
money.
is actually happening. I'm
Yeah.
actually selling and he's actually operating. But it was comfortable. It was comfortable because my sister was helping me at that point. She had graduated construction management. And I think she was in the middle of it. She was in the middle of her career, my bad. And she had the ability and wanted to help me. So it was comfortable for me that first year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the
Because I could
cushion.
still, I
Yeah.
had my cushion. We were very well cushioned. He still had his corporate job. I still had my corporate job.
Yeah.
My sister was helping me out. And then she came with that offer letter. And I was like, well, obviously you need to take this because there's no way I can even come close to this.
Right.
And she's still at that company, but that was my signal, which was, are you going to do this or are you not going to do this? Because you can't be gray,
Right.
black or white. What's it going to be? And that was kind of my sign and my my final like decision signal to say, you got to do it, Janie.
I love it.
It was great.
Was it scary?
Very scary.
So,
It's always scary.
real quick, what did you guys do before?
So I worked for Energy.
Okay.
I ran their operations, sales
Okay.
divisions.
Okay.
So I went from NRG to also worked at Shell.
Okay.
Kind of more on, like I said, on the energy side of the business.
Gotcha. What about you, Jenny?
Yeah, and I did marketing and business development
Okay.
first for URS, which is now AECom,
Mm-hmm.
APC company, and then also did focus in oil and gas. And then I got recruited by Parsons, which is a very similar company. They were revamping their oil and gas sector. And I did that for another 7-8 years. So
Okay.
it actually really helped me in
Yeah.
my sales and customer acquisition.
Mm.
And it was a fantastic run. I loved my job.
I love
did.
it. I love it. I know it's not easy to transition from a corporate job to a business owner. I mean, there are so many comfort levels that come with that W-2.
Mhm.
But once you get into that 1099, it's like, oh my gosh, it's a free fall,
Yeah.
right? But the beauty is there's a huge tax advantage as well, right? And so there are multiple benefits, but also multiple challenges.
Absolutely.
So I want to kind of get into the challenges part, right?
Mhm.
So what would you say your hardest season in the last 10 years was?
I think it was at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You have zero guidance on kind of what to expect, right? As you go into this business, even if you know construction, running a business and trying to grow the business becomes with zero instructions.
Yeah.
So to me, it was important to make sure that not only do we have the right partnerships along the lines to make that scary part not so scary.
Mm.
Give you an example is like you need to have a good CPA, a good person that understands numbers and provides you that guidance from an accounting perspective. You also have to have a good insurance. Insurance is so important, but that they know construction, because there's a lot of insurances that
Yeah.
provide you, they are commercial, but they have restaurants, they have so many other industries, and in construction, time is everything. So getting back that paperwork, getting back that guidance,
Yes.
and ensuring that you are not paying more than you have to,
Mhm.
that's invaluable. Like there's no price for that. So good insurance, and the next that I would say, get a good lawyer. Those were the three things that made myself less scary.
Yeah.
Because as you grow, as you obtain more large deals, well, it comes with a set of headaches that you're not prepared, and there is no instructions. There's no chat GPT that can tell you, here we go, here's the guidance, check the boxes. It's a scary
Yeah.
moment. And I don't think there has been one specific moment, because every moment as we grow, there is that scary moment.
It's a new challenge,
But
right?
it's a new challenge that you haven't faced, but you just have to.
I think you get paid for the size of problems you solve,
That's correct.
right? And so the more, that was my thought as I was coming today, was like, there are more challenges that come, right? And the bigger they are, the better they pay out.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
I'm sure with your contracts, you started at 12, 15,000. I'm sure there are a lot more now.
Yes.
Yes. They're quite larger than that.
Yes, yes. So, was there ever a moment you guys wanted to quit?
Yes, absolutely. I think people think that they see you at your 10-year mark if you're successful
Yeah,
and think, man, that they're so lucky.
yeah,
That's so that's so cool. What they don't see is all the behind the scenes stuff that
mm,
goes on in those moments where you're at your breaking point,
yeah,
right? Because as a business owner, you if you know, right?
right,
There's those breaking points where you're like, why did I do this?
yeah,
Do you think that I didn't think in my head when I was in the heat, the summer heat of Houston, Texas, in my hard hat, with my boots, sweating? You think I didn't think, what the heck am I doing
where's
here?
my desk job at?
Exactly. Exactly. But
Yeah,
I knew in my heart and in my mind that it was
yeah,
worth it. So I kept on trucking along. And so I think that's the biggest message. The challenges are always going to exist in life and in business. But you got to get up and you have to give it your best shot because every single failure is a lesson
yeah.
that's going to take you towards that ladder of success that you're trying to climb.
Jeannie, was there any like a self-talk sentence that you said to yourself that pushed you along?
Sí se puede.
Okay.
Sí se puede, like
Yeah.
we say in Mexico.
What does that mean?
Yes, you can.
I love it. I love it. I got some
It's a
chills.
chant. Sí
Yes,
se
you can.
puede.
Sí
Sí se
se
puede.
puede. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it and run with it. Um, so in the last 10 years, what was your biggest financial mistake?
I would go back to the partnerships. I would go back to having the right partnerships in place.
Mm,
Sometimes you can spend your money thinking that you're spending it on the right partner to find the right solution,
right.
and it turns out to be completely the wrong partner. Which is why we've had partnerships like with Samir that have been a great partnership.
Hmm.
That's an example of a great partnership, a great financial investment, right?
Right.
But there's some that you're like, why did I choose this? Did I really need this? They're ripping me off, or
Right.
this isn't a good deal. So I think in partnerships, you have to be really smart and really strategic in
Yeah.
picking them. So for me, I think that that's a financial risk if
Yeah,
you don't
and
make
I
the
wanted
right
to
one.
add a little bit more because I think you hit on a very important point. So it is about partnerships, but it's also understanding uh, who knows the business well versus or has the best interest for you
Hmm.
versus someone that doesn't, right? So I think when we have done even partnerships or hired even family members
Yeah.
that you would think they have the best interest for you, I think it's for us has been quite shocking that sometimes as much as you love a person, if they don't know all the loopholes or how to move well in that particular department that you hire
Right.
for, it could cost you. It could
Yeah.
cost you
Time and money, right?
time and a lot of money.
A lot of money. So, what is something that you wish you knew in the beginning?
um, Knowing that hiring the right person that's not as much as knowledgeable, but they have that hunger
Hmm.
uh, to succeed.
Yeah.
I think if I would have known that from day one, I think things could have been different,
Would have moved quicker.
move a lot
Yeah.
quicker. I feel like because we have failed on some of our hires and succeeded on others, we finally have found kind of the correct sauce to
Yeah.
the correct algorithm to hire these hungry individuals
Yeah.
that they're just they want to
They
go
won't
in
stop.
and yeah
Yeah.
and just impress every day.
Yeah. I always say commitment over talent,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, committed people, they stick with it, even though they produce a little. By the growth of their skills and knowledge, they'll produce abundantly in later years.
They will. And there's a lot of, always talk about our youth in our minorities. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's very important to empower, our underprivileged, underserved Latino community,
Yeah.
minority communities, because I mean, I can say that I was underprivileged and underserved, right? I wasn't poor,
Right.
but here I am running a commercial construction company, which is mostly male dominated by white men, you
Right.
know?
Right.
So I want to show them the possibilities of what can happen no matter what type of life you've had, right? Whether you were poor, whether you were in an abusive family, whatever happens, you can succeed and you can become something. I'm
Mhm.
not special. No one's special.
Right.
You just have to have that grind. You have to have that passion.
I love it.
So I love kind of scoping out that talent, and Joel's great at that, right? Oh, that would be a good superintendent. That would be a great HR person. That would be a great project coordinator.
Yeah.
And kind of coming together and saying, you know what? Let's take them to the top with us.
I love it.
It's great.
Yeah.
And they have so much capacity and so much capability that they didn't even see in
Yeah.
themselves.
You saw
So,
the potential in them.
yes,
Yeah.
love doing that.
So, my last question for the segment is for the new contractors that are getting into business, what is one piece of advice that you would give them?
Oof. Okay, so, well, my biggest piece of advice to anyone is to take the chance on yourself.
Mm.
That's my biggest advice because, again, you have no idea what you're capable of. I wouldn't have known that I was capable of running a multi-million construction company when I started the business. We
Hmm.
just started. We just started.
Yeah.
But it's kind of going back to the same thing, having the right partners in place, right? If you're starting a construction company, know that you're going to have a great insurance partner to help you manage those risks. You're going to have a great bonding and surety partner. You're going to have good client partnerships.
Hmm.
You're going to have good accounting and finance direction and leadership. So good partners for that. And of course, your team. We talked about the team. Start really early identifying who is on your side and who is fighting for you and who is not. They say this all the time, and it sounds cliche, but hire fast, fire faster.
Yes.
You have to fire fast,
Yeah.
very, very fast. You
Yeah.
cannot let people waste your time because time is money, and we're not in the business of losing money.
That's right.
So I think that's it. And lead with kindness and lead with
Yeah.
love. I mean, love goes a really long way. And
Mhm.
I think that's the way we lead. I hope
Yeah.
that that's the way we lead.
Yeah.
That's the culture that we're trying to leave behind.
I think teams are built on relationships,
Yeah,
right? And so if you form good relationships with your team members, they have a camaraderie that draws them to the vision that you guys share,
absolutely.
right?
Yes.
But thank you so much for sharing. I hope everyone took
Yes.
notes.
Yes.
That was
Thank
great.
you so much
Yeah.
for inviting us. This is awesome.
So
One second.
I want to kind of take a deeper dive into when you guys exploded, right?
Yeah.
What was the one decision that you guys made that went from, hey, I'm kind of not a small time, but just doing the contracts that I have, to saying, oh, whoa, I'm getting much bigger contracts.
I think when we changed from being a subcontractor
Mm-hmm.
to a general um, contractor, so a GC, right?
Yeah.
So from a sub to a GC, responsibilities are quite different. The
Mhm.
risk is quite different as well. But it's one of those changes where we're not dealing with small amounts anymore. We're dealing with larger, high value contracts
Right.
that are not just for one construction. It's for we have contracts that are 2 to 3 years long
Mm-hmm.
with public companies. So it's one of those where we really had to kind of know our value. I think when you're a sub, you're just trying to get work. You're trying to grow, but
Mm-hmm.
you're willing to take cuts here and there. And I think when we made that change, our mentality also changed, and now we're no longer kind of, well, let me get it cheaper for you. So if it's not the right value for you, you might not be our right customer for us.
Correct.
And I think knowing our value has definitely separated us from where we were as a sub to now a GC.
So you would say you pick your clients now.
Yes.
Absolutely. You have to know your target client. And I think that's one thing. So if I backtrack a little bit, the first about 5.5 years, I spent on the field. Like I
Yeah.
was in the projects, learning how they talk to each other. That's a
Right.
whole different language and communication style that they use
Oh, yeah.
in the field. Okay.
In the contractor
You
world,
have
right?
to have tough skin.
Yeah, you do.
But I spent the first 5 to 5.5 years in the field picking up different trades. So we started with the cleaning and painting, but I was like, wait, why can't we install doors?
Yeah.
Why
Can't
can't we
do
do ceiling
drywall.
tiles?
Yeah, right.
Why can't we frame?
Right.
Why can't we tape and float? And so sure enough, before I knew it, we were doing interior build outs. And then I
Wow.
was like, okay, well now we're ready for
Having a white
GC.
box and just boom,
Yeah.
building it out.
And the first project that I did was my first capital project was $150,000. It was a little project,
Yeah.
but it was mine.
Yeah.
And that was the game changer for me. I'm like, I get to determine the outcome of this project, no matter how big or small it is. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I
You had
full
complete control. Yeah.
And we were profitable. Everyone was happy. Everyone got paid, including myself.
Right.
And that's kind of when we made the turn. But those 5.5 years were very, very important for me to learn everything that I needed to learn before becoming a GC.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, in your process, who became an important mentor to you guys?
God, I've had a few. And again, this might sound a little cliche to other people, but I think Joel has mentored me a whole lot
I love that.
throughout not just life, but and I think the feeling is mutual.
Correct.
We've helped each other a lot.
Correct.
But if there's one person that I can rely on for business advice, it's Joel. It is Joel.
You guys are
like,
the definition of a power couple.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of, I participate a lot on business programs, business development programs, for business owners. And I have ran into quite a few amazing business owners that have shared great advice, but it doesn't compare to the advice that Joel gives me.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's the feeling is equally the same because she will guide me when it comes to just being a business owner.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of experience in the corporate world and I have built organizations from zero to multi-million-dollar organizations, but it's so different when you're doing it in corporate because it's not your dime. It's not.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
It's
if you
not the
fail.
risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Right. So stepping out of that comfort zone, I can tell you every day I get mentored by her because she guides me as far as of the risk as well, but that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
That is that we're gonna move forward.
Yeah.
That here are 3 different options or ways that we can mitigate the risk or solve the issue. And it hits different when you are a business owner because those risks, those problems could take you to bankrupt, right?
Right.
But having a person like Janie has been able to not only guide me, but kind of get some courage as well, build some different courage that I did not have or a set of skills that I did not have. So it's quite different now.
Yeah, I love it. There's layers to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to switch over and talk about your systems, right? So what systems keep your business running?
Definitely, we have the most important one is safety, right? You have to have a very, very kind of self-understanding of a safety plan because people are out there and from your electrician to your plumber, they all have a high risk and you want all of them to go back to their families and continue to be happy, right? So I think when you think about a system, quality becomes number one. Second, safety. Second will be quality, is ensuring that are we producing above and beyond of what the customer wants, right?
Yeah.
And the third is having the right support system for our employees and subcontractors.
Got it.
We want to make sure that they feel supported at all times, that they have any questions, that if they have any concerns, we're there to kind of assist them, which in the industry, we didn't see that when we were a sub. If we had an issue, they were like, you should have read the plans. And that's basically the answer that they always give you, right? And it's like,
It's crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so we understand that. So we provided a system to ensure that we provide the adequate support to them, and to our employees and to our clients.
Do you guys use any software?
We do. We use quite a bit of software. The famous QuickBooks, right, which
Yeah, of
everyone
course.
uses. Of
Yeah.
course, we have different construction modules and stuff. We're getting to a point where we need something else,
Got
which is
it.
a good thing, right? It's going to be a more expensive thing, but
Sure.
but
Sure.
it's a really good thing. We also have construction software for bidding. We use Plan Hub currently. There's so many out there. I
Okay.
mean, there's Building Connected, there's
Okay.
Construct Connect, and I think some of them are like sisters and brothers, and there's the parents. So I think they're all kind of like in the same
Yeah.
in the same
Integrated. Right.
family. Again, as we grow, we're going to continue to utilize probably better and more refined software. I think one of the big ones that we're trying to integrate right now is Procore, which will help us with our construction management side.
Love it.
It's a big one as well. Right now we're in the process
Onboarding.
of switching a
Yeah.
lot of these technologies because of our growth. So the ones that we have right now have worked kind of like, so not only our systems have had to, or technologies have had to change, but our partnerships have also had to change. You know, we've had to change financial partners recently last year. And it's been a blessing. Nothing,
Yeah.
bad to say about the other ones, but to Joel's point, they have to have a specific type of construction experience and size
Skill
of
set.
experience. Yeah,
Right.
skill set to help support us. So if you invite us back here next year, we'll be talking about a lot of different type of software.
I can't wait
because-
to hear about
yeah,
it. I can't wait to hear
we're
about
in the
it.
process of switching. Yeah.
So, talk to me about your hiring process. Like,
So with nowadays, we started with your normal, hey, we're gonna post a position, and we kind of handle the same interviews, and it's like I'll go first, and then the final decisions on Janie, and
Got
so we started that way. But I think now it has changed, because now our own employees are kind of referring their own either friends or
Got it.
family members, and I feel like that has changed the
It's
way that we do our
more
hires.
credibility, right?
Yes.
And so there's more value behind, hey, my name is at stake. You better do a good job.
Exactly.
So it adds a layer of accountability.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I do think that all of the team members that we have right now are very down to earth, very loyal, to us, and we're so incredibly thankful for that. But they also know that if they're referring someone to us, that someone better know what they need to bring to the table. So
There
it's
you
kind of
go.
like we're talking about layers, right? A layer of responsibility
Yeah.
that comes with that hire. But the traditional as well, we network a lot. And a lot of people it's a lot of word of mouth, actually. A lot of people are reaching out and saying, hey, are you hiring right now?
Got it.
So our hiring, I think we've hired about 3 new staff members or team members in the last probably 3 months.
Yeah, 90
Nice.
days. Yeah.
So it may look very different in the next 3 months or 6 months. Actually, I know that it's going to look very different based on our projections in the next
Yeah.
3 months and 6 months. So I think a lot of it is just happening organically. Yeah.
Do you guys have like a training process? Do you guys?
I think right now we're still kind of winging it.
Okay.
We
Okay.
have some SOPs in place. Obviously, you have to have your standard operating procedures. We have our HR manuals, and we kind of do the buddy system,
Yeah.
when you get a new PM.
Yeah.
Because from every company, no matter how big time you are or how small you are, there's going to be a period of training, whether
Right.
that's 30 days or 10 days or however it is in your company. But obviously, those are all different types of things that with our growth, you have to keep in mind that we grew 3x in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So we grew very disciplined, but obviously we're still catching up with systems and those other types of things that we still need to implement. And we're on track to do the same thing this year.
I love it.
So we're focused on being disciplined with our growth, and we're kind of sprinkling all the other stuff in between.
How do you guys maintain quality control?
You wanna
You-
take it?
Go ahead.
It's about, so it's kind of going back to the standard operating procedure, is ensuring that everyone is very aware of what the outcome is in construction. Is every week we have to provide kind of like a summary of what was done, right? So if you hire me to build this building, on a weekly basis, I'm gonna provide you a summary of what was done. So during that summary, our project managers and superintendents are in charge to, as those checkpoints come in, what was done and who checked the quality of work. So
Mm.
not only do we from time to time do surprise visits, but we have them not only take pictures and write a summary of it, we also have videos. So we can also kind of double check that the quality of work is what we are expecting.
Yeah.
And if not, we can quickly put a plan together to resolve that issue, right? Because there are times where they have called us, it's like, hey, you might want to look at this picture because our plumber, whoever we hired, I look at the pipes that they're using, right? Because as you're getting bigger and as a general contractor, you're getting all this work and you subbing it. Well, what happens is there are subs that want to cut corners at times, and they'll put used material.
Mm.
And so, thanks to the superintendents that we have on site and the project managers checking on this weekly progress, well, we're able to find those out, right? And so that's how we keep that quality check. And also our clients, we expect them to not only read our summaries, but from a weekly basis to walk the site and ensure that the production that we're providing meets their
Love it.
expectation.
So, last question here. What's your philosophy on leadership?
You wanna take it?
No, go for it. I'll tag along when you're done.
Okay. So in leadership, it's about building trust. It's about taking everyone and not become a manager. It's becoming a leader. It's
Yeah.
guiding people to be successful. It's providing the tools for them to execute and produce their work at an optimal level, right? But most important for me in leadership and what differentiates a manager versus a leader is really knowing the people that work for you. It's understanding their strengths and understanding their opportunities and kind of how to utilize both, right? If they're good at one thing, you may want to share this best practice with the rest of the team. And if they're falling on one particular area, so how do we help not only providing guidance, but maybe some best practices from others that have that as a strength. So I think with leadership is kind of elevating everyone
Yeah.
and having that growth momentum together versus more of a director directing just what to do and expecting results when those results might not be even reachable.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think I could have said it better. Great job.
Yeah, that was wonderfully said.
That was wonderfully said.
Yeah.
I think, just being a leader, people have to understand that it's not like you walk into a room and, like, oh, yeah, I'm the leader. No, that's not how it is. You have a big responsibility in your lap, in your hands. And there's a lot of people expecting you to lead properly in order for them and for their families to live a good life, to have food on the table. So that is huge. Lead with love, lead with encouragement,
Mm-hmm.
lead with a growth mindset, be strategic about your team. To Joel's point, make sure that you're spotting, where their areas of strength and opportunity are, because they may think that they're really good at this area, and it may be the opportunity to maybe look at this area.
Shift. Yeah.
You'd shine here. Why don't we try this? So I don't think I have anything else to say. You said it. You said it great.
I want to talk about vision, right? So where do you see the company in 5 years?
At the rate that we're going right now, um, I mean, if we have another 3x this year, which I'm pretty confident that we are, the sky's the limit. So one of the things that we've been talking about is how big do we want to get?
Mm.
How big do we want our company to be? And I want to say that we haven't yet decided.
Okay.
We're still in growth mode. We're welcoming all the growth. Um, I don't know how many X's will be,
Sure.
in comparison to 2024 or 25 or 26. But I honestly feel like Joel and I are just getting started.
Mm.
Yeah, I think in 5 years from now, but definitely several lines of businesses within the construction. So just kind of like what you were saying, we do facility maintenance, we do ground ups, we do renovations, but there is a market out there for other lines of businesses that are tie in, right? Give you an example is like the apartment complex.
Right.
Apartment complex require a lot of maintenance and
Mhm.
a lot of renovations. It's having a different type of contract instead of just going in there for one time. Is how do we take over um, a a brand of apartments, right?
Right.
It's not just one location; it's several of them. So and then there's the private work, right? There's the custom house
The
line of
development
business
side.
where it's where I believe in 5 years we are going to be in those sectors, not just barely going in there, but more of a well established within 5 years. Because this year is about growth. It's about going to other territories where we're expanding into Dallas. We always had jobs outside of Houston, within Texas, but nowadays we even have contracts outside of Houston.
Right.
So the idea this year is to have a satellite office in Dallas, and then following year a satellite in San Antonio, and then one in Austin.
Got it.
We have contracts in all major cities within Texas. So in 5 years, it's no longer going to just be Texas. It's going to be United States, right?
Yeah.
So 5 years from now is it's
Sky's the
definitely a
limit.
different line of businesses, an expansion nationwide, and definitely we're currently in a building, but in 5 years we will own our own building. We'll construct our own build up
Right.
and do our own general commercial solutions building
Headquarters.
headquarters.
I love it.
So that is what's the future looks like.
So, what are you saying no to right now?
What are we saying no to?
Yeah, as far as
It's
opportunities and things like that.
we say no to
Not
Situ-
good team members.
well,
No
I
good
was
team.
just gonna go in terms of like contracts.
Yeah, contracts.
Oh, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
contracts
gotcha. Not
wise.
the business. What are we
Yeah.
saying? Go
We
ahead.
say no to when the negotiations are not meeting our expectations, right? So we know that everybody out there is they're nickel and diming. I mean, situations are pretty tough, but maybe we're not the right partner if you want to save money and have a great product, right?
Yeah.
Maybe your expectations are not aligned with what reality is.
Mm.
So what we say no to is when those situations comes in and they want some kind of savings or for us to kind of take a cut.
Yeah.
And at the moment that that happens, we have to walk away.
Yeah.
Not only we don't want to waste their time, because they could get someone that does it cheaper, and
Yeah.
that's perfectly fine, right? But I think saying no to those situations and knowing our value has allowed us to really invest that time into customers that
Need you. Yeah.
that need me,
Yeah,
and
it's
we're
powerful.
very aligned.
Thank you, Joel. So what type of clients are you looking for?
I think we are still very adamant. We're decided to stay in the public world. The public world has been very, very good to us. I think expanding that public client database, those partnerships, right? Where now we've been working with Lone Star, we've been working with HCC, we've been working with TSU, we're in Rice University,
I love it.
CFISD. You know, the ISDs and the higher education
It's
clients are
huge.
endless.
Yeah.
Endless. So making sure growing our BD team and making sure that we're targeting those clients, right, and making those relationships. But also in the private world, we're expanding. Since we kept the facilities maintenance arm, we didn't leave that. We kept it as part of our business structure. We're, now targeting property management firms. So
Okay.
you're thinking Westcor, CBRE, Pro Lodges, Transwestern, Rooms to Go. We want the Targets of the world. We want the Walmarts of the world.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Fiestas,
Yeah.
the Michoacanas.
Yeah.
We want it all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's so much possibility.
Yeah.
So much possibility.
I like your blue ocean mentality.
Yes, absolutely. The options are endless.
Yes. I love it. I love it. What legacy do you hope to leave?
The legacy of working hard by building a future that you own. That's, my daughter, for example, she wants to become a doctor, and I'm sure that she'll have a very nice salary and a very cushioned job and safe, right? But at the end of the day, that is not what I want her to learn from this. I think it's about taking a chance on yourself and building something that you're proud of, that you built from ground up. So even as young as she is, she's part of the board of directors. And all my kids are, and they can see the inside of the business and how the struggles that at times we have. But the hard work that we pay off, that we put in, and the way that it pays off, right?
Yeah.
And so they are now becoming more of entrepreneurs.
I like it.
So, for example, my other daughter, she owns a mobile bartending business,
Cool.
and I'm just so proud of her because she continues to continue to grow that business and really invest on it. And then my youngest daughter, she is kind of exploring the idea. She's still in high school. She's all
Sure.
about getting good grades, but she's also a swim instructor.
Okay.
So now she's having the idea of kind of not working for the school
Right.
to become a swim instructor. It's more of a, what if I do private lessons outside?
Yeah, I
And
like it.
kinda
I like it.
So that's the kind of the legacy that I'm seeing that we're leaving, because that just makes me feel that we're preparing them for success, right? Is to
right.
really build that trust and that set of skills that you only get when you work for yourself.
Correct.
That you can't get in college, that you can't get in a corporate world. It's quite different. So that's what I would say that I want to leave.
Yeah, I think that our immediate family is the biggest focus of our legacy, period, right?
Right.
So making sure that our kids feel empowered, have the confidence, have been taught, have been given the tools
Yeah.
to be able to wake up one day and say, I want to start a business today.
I got this.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
One of them already did, right?
Yeah.
I'm a co-founder now for Sip Happens Mobile Bartending.
Oh, that's it.
But
I love it.
just seeing her run it on her own for the first year,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal. I
Yeah.
loved seeing her sweat and worry
Yeah.
and be frantic about getting
Right.
somewhere or something not going right, because that's exactly what you have to
It's
go
a
through
growth.
to
It's a growth.
appreciate the
Yeah.
reward at the end. And with Joel's comment, we created the board of advisors with our family because if we're doing this for anyone, it's for our children,
Yeah.
right? And so we wanted them to be involved in a lot of the major decisions. And the way that they feel such a part of the business is amazing. Since we got them started, every single conversation, every meeting that we have is so meaningful. And the feedback, I mean, we have a 16-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 28-year-old. And it doesn't matter the age. The feedback that we're getting from our children, it surprises us
Yeah.
sometimes. I'm like, wow.
It's wild the wisdom they have.
Yes.
Yes.
But why do they feel that way? Because we've empowered them.
Right.
Because we've been
You planted the
allowed
seeds.
them.
Yeah.
Yes, this is your seat.
Yeah.
You get to sit at the table. And it was very important for me because sometimes when you're in corporate and sometimes when you're in these important rooms, you start to find out that these people, they're not as smart as you thought that they maybe were. And that maybe they've just been sitting at these tables for a while and maybe they just feel confident.
Yeah.
So maybe they had more opportunity than you did to sit at these tables. And so I wanted to make sure that we were doing that for our children. It's turned out great. They're very, very involved. And yeah, if we're doing it for anyone, we're doing it for them.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much. I have one more rapid fire
Oh, gosh.
question. Are you guys
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best business book.
Shoe Dog.
Oh man, there's so many, but I just read one and I'm in love with it. Start With Yourself by Emma Gredd.
Okay. Best investments you made.
The business.
In me.
Okay.
Which is her.
Worst investment.
Some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your morning routine?
Jim.
Jim?
It varies. I'm a go with the wind person.
Okay. One daily habit.
You have a lot.
Yeah, I have a lot. I think eating clean.
Eating clean. I think one of the daily habits that we have is eating lunch and dinner together.
Yes.
That's
I
one
love
of the
that.
things that
Yes.
we really love to do. It mostly happens,
Right.
but sometimes our schedules get turned off, but we try to make it a priority to do one or the other, but preferably both.
Okay.
Yes.
Biggest leadership lesson.
Oh my God. Those are tough.
Hold yourself accountable.
Okay. Oof. I like that, Joel.
That's a great one. I'll go with that. Yes.
One piece of advice for a young entrepreneur.
Trust yourself.
I go back to the same thing. Take the bet on yourself. Take the chance on yourself. That's the best bet you can make.
What's something people believe about business that simply isn't true?
Then when you work, you have your own business, you have freedom to do everything that you want. When it's not, it's you're actually working harder, longer hours, especially at the very beginning.
Love it. Love it.
That's correct. That's absolutely right. Yeah, people think you see a successful bill. Oh my God, they're so lucky. That's a great life. That's this. It's like you don't know what it took to get here.
I didn't sleep for a week.
This has been hard.
Yeah. Janie and Joel, thank you both for sharing your journey. It's inspiring to hear not only the success you've built, but also the challenges and lessons that shaped you along the way. We appreciate you investing your time with us today. To everyone watching, if today's conversation added value, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this episode with another business owner. Here at TWFG Con Insurance, our mission is to help protect what you work so hard to build, your family, your business, and your future. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and we'll see you on the next episode of the TWFG Con Insurance Business Builder Podcast.